So when I first moved to Nashville, I went on Opryland.com and I applied for like every job they had. And shortly after I started working there, doing the backstage tours, they had the ACM Honors show there. Vince Gill was getting an award, some kind of Lifetime Achievement Award, and he comes out on stage and he accepts his award and he says, "You know, I'm inundated with music these days, telling me how country it is." He says, "I long to just hear how country it is." And in that moment, it was like, wow, I would rather be the real deal than a big deal any day. My name's Nicole, and I'm here in Nashville recording an EP, 6 songs about people that I've met all over the country, and I'm really excited to get their stories out there. I don't think that I could ever have a discussion about art and creativity without talking about the creator of the universe. To me, they're inseparable. And my faith isn't a part of who I am. I think it's why I am. It's why I'm alive. It's why I have anything worth singing about. A lot of these songs, you wouldn't call them Christian songs. They say, well, if you're a Christian and you can't sing about smoking and drinking. And I just sort of shrug my shoulders because I've been there. And these songs are about good times and the not so good times. They're a tool that I can use to connect with people, and that's all I really care about, is getting out there and connecting with people. So Everything Good is a really special song. It's about a farmer in New Mexico. I used to live there. His name is John, and his bride's name is Christy, and their daughter Misty is my best friend. And so when he passed away, I just wanted to write a song to honor the family. And so I had been kind of playing along with Philippians 4:6. It says, "Don't worry about anything, pray about everything, tell God what you need, and thank Him for what He's done." And so I started just sort of basing his life around that sound advice that he lived by. And one day I was working in a coffee shop, and I was sitting there kind of woodshedding away at the song, and I get a little tap on the drive-through window here, and it's Christy. I open the window and I say, "Christy, what are you doing here? This is so weird." And she said, "Oh, I'm just come over to say hi to you." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, how you doing? You know, you been okay?" And she said, "Well, I'm doing all right. You know, John used to always tell me." And then she starts rattling off all this stuff that John used to say to her. And I'm just writing like a mad woman, you know, where she can't see me, writing it all down. And she didn't even know it, but she was helping me finish a song that I was writing for her. And so I got to play that for them, and it was an emotional moment, of course. Lots of tears, sorrowful and joyful. And since then, it's been really, really special. She told me that it feels like John is telling their love story. And for me to be able to to do that for her and be involved in that, that's so much cooler than a #1 hit song about partying. Not that there's anything wrong with those. But she's also told me that this song has literally saved her life, has kept her from maybe wanting to hurt herself in the middle of the night, where she used to have him to cling on to, you know, and now she has this song to cling on to. That's a big deal. And I consider myself blessed to have been able to even be part of any of it. So Sweet Eva is a really special song. Last April, my husband's grandmother passed away. Her name is Eva Unser, and we were already planning a big reunion in Canada, where they're all from, in August. So we just waited until then to have the service, and his stepmom said, "Hey, I want you to write a song for Dave," which is my husband's dad, and it was his mother that passed away, "and I want you to surprise him." And the blocked, fearful Nicole was like, "Oh no, 2 days, I can't do that, that's ridiculous." And the new, evolving, fearless Nicole said, "Yes, you will. I'm on a fishing boat, you know, on the Columbia River, and I'm trying to write these, you know, I'm writing line after line. I'm like, that's dumb, this isn't gonna happen." And I get home that night after fishing all day and trying to write this song and throwing everything out into the water, and it just pours out. And I woke up the next day and I was like, "You gotta hear this." And I played it for him, and it was like, not only did I write it, it's actually kind of good. And so we went to Canada, up to the service, and I played it for the family. And it was an intense moment. It was a soundtrack, you know, that we'll never forget, that moment in that cottage in Canada where we played this song in honor of this woman who changed all of our lives. She adopted Dave when he was a little boy and changed his life, who then was this amazing father to my husband and changed his life, who obviously has changed my life. And so I get to Nashville with this song and I'm like, cool, you know, we're gonna record this EP, and I'm in Nashville and that's what people do, right? Everybody's recording an EP. And I play Sweet Eva just for fun for some people, and they're like, wow, I love that song, it really moves me. I'm like, well, you don't even know Eva, that's so cool. And the more people I played for it, the more I realized, wow, you know what? Like, everybody has an Eva. Everybody has someone that has taken them in and changed them and maybe even saved them.
Tears may roll down our face, we will always feel the love and warmth of your embrace. We know you wouldn't want tears in our eyes, so today we celebrate your life of courage, of honor, of sacrifice.
So when it comes to creativity, we're born creative. It's in our nature, right? And I think that over the years, through criticism and sarcasm and just snide remarks and rejection, we stick it away. We kind of lose it. We misplace it. So this has been a cool process of just remembering what I was made to do, and then remembering that it's not even about me. I love it telling the stories of these people, because I think so many people have just they've forgotten their gifts and their dreams, and so I hope that by overcoming my fears of people think these songs are stupid, or they won't think they're clever enough, or you know, whatever, that I can help people rise up and say, you know what, I think I'm gonna give this a shot, whatever it is. If you're a plumber, an electrician, or a painter, or a songwriter, or a mom, or a kindergarten teacher, it doesn't matter, you know, creativity, it takes thinking outside the box and being creative in any area of life to be successful. So that's what I hope to do by actively coming against my fear and finally just getting out there and doing it, that other people will be inspired to do the same.
Say, remember who your boss is, if you know that you know.